Minister, I just wanted to suggest to you around workforce planning, and could you request the Taoiseach to convene a senior officials group led by your department that pulls together all the relevant departments to target training for health and social care? Because we absolutely have to join the dots. It's really urgent that we join the dots between the third level places and the workforce planning issue. Really, it has to stop now. It hasn't been done properly for years and years, and we are bearing the blunt of the consequences of that we see in our frontline staff. I know you say extra staff have been recruited with the Department of Health. An awful lot of those are not frontline workers, albeit that there are some frontline workers. But with advances in medicine all of the time, we're going to continuously need proper workforce planning that will be for 12 months, for 3 years, for 5 years, for 10 years, 15, 20 years to get this right.
Sorry, Minister Deputy McNamara, we indicating. Okay. Thank you.
Sorry.
Minister.
So firstly, just in relation to workforce planning, it's a sensible suggestion to look at how we can coordinate better on this. Let me reflect on how I can respond more fully to you on that. But I can tell you there's a level of engagement going on between my department and the Department of Health that is quite intensive and good. There are other departments relevant as well. I was talking to the Minister for Children and Youth Affairs in relation to this, the Minister, say, for Disabilities. You know, often there can be. There were times in this country where it was a funding issue that you couldn't hire an extra speech and language therapist. So I'm finding more and more, even in my own constituency, sometimes that's no longer the case. It's actually the lack of an available trained person to take up the job. So let me come back to you on that. I think it's a sensible suggestion. Deputy America, I was expecting you to ask me about DKIT. You do on a regular basis, in fairness. So to be very clear, the North East can't get left behind. The North East needs a technological university. Of that, there is no doubt. I did visit DKIT briefly in recent weeks. I am pleased to see and met Dr. Rory Nevin there, who is the expert advisor from the HEA. We have provided funding through the TU Transformation Fund. So between the funding and the expert advice, they tell me they're making progress. Obviously, I have to believe that when I see it. I have to wait and receive the information and for them to be evaluated. But when any information is received, I want you and them to know it'll be treated with the most urgency, sense of urgency and priority in terms of trying to make progress here. And I'll keep in touch with you on it.